I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up yet. I feel that it's my time, so I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. So I'ma give it everything, I'ma give it everything I got.
I missed being here so much. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Set here today. It's a pleasure to have you here. Today we're back again with another monthly update of me constantly nagging about everything and nothing. We're here today because I want to talk about what I'm gonna do in the next few months and what happened that I was absent for the past couple of days. Let's start with what happened that I wasn't there. Everything was going well, like I was working, we were working, everything was fine, and suddenly I started to have toothache and I was like, wow, what's wrong? So, I'm afraid of dentists. I don't know. I just generally don't like going to the doctors. So every time I get sick, I wait till the last minute to the point that it's unbearable for me, that I'm so sick that I need to see a doctor. And that's always the same thing with me. So again, as always, I waited to the point that my toothache was like too much and I couldn't live without painkillers. So I took a rendezvous and saw a dentist, and apparently my wisdom tooth was coming out and it was pressing on my other teeth. That's why the doctor offered me to just completely remove the wisdom tooth. The thing is, it was my first time that I was doing it because my lower jaw doesn't have any wisdom tooth, and my upper jaw did have a wisdom tooth, but it came out pretty perfectly. I never ever had any problem with my wisdom tooth. So it was a bit of a shock that I had to remove this one, and I was really afraid because all my friends that have removed their wisdom tooth, they suffered. So I started to tell everybody, ask everybody, guys, do you think it's terrible if I remove my tooth? They were like, don't worry about it, it's fine, it's not even dramatic, it's not even going to hurt, you're not even gonna, feel what's happening.
It was all bullshit.
That was the most bullshit thing I ever heard from my friends.
Don't bullshit me.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
So yeah, immediately we went to do the operation, obviously, especially it was literally before Halloween. So the timing was really terrible because I had planned to go out with my girlfriend to a Halloween party, and in the end, nothing happened. I couldn't go out because I didn't have a tooth. So yeah, thank you so much for getting sick every time.
Ridiculous bullshit.
So yeah, I removed the teeth. The first week I couldn't eat because I couldn't speak because every time I spoke I had to move my jaw, and it hurt like
Bullshit.
I don't know, it hurt so much. So much. I couldn't even live without painkillers, honestly, and I didn't bleed. I just bled a little bit, especially since I had stitches all over my mouth here on the back. So luckily I didn't bleed, but
I can't hear. There's blood blisters on my head. Oh my God! How do they walk away in movies without flinching when it explodes behind them? There's no way. I call bullshit on that!
5 minutes later.
the first few nights I couldn't even sleep because of the pain, because I got to this side, it hurt, I got to that side, it hurt, I got to this side, gravity kind of pressured on my teeth and it hurt. And obviously I couldn't sit either because I'm tired, I want to sleep. It was like the worst experience of my whole life. The next week that I could finally start eating, I started to have allergic reaction to the stitches because you know what? I'm allergic to everything and nothing.
Bullshit!
I'm not allergic to any specific kind of food or any specific medication, but
Beep beep. Oh my god, what's going on? Beep 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 beep. My bullcrap meter's going crazy. Beep 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 beep.
with clothing, with something, but with stuff that touches my skin, like specific shampoos or, you know, like clothes or anything like that, I'm allergic. Like, even the small accessories for my ears, I cannot wear everything because Madame is allergic to everything.
Bullshit!
My whole mouth started to scratch. I wanted to like scratch this part of my face so bad that, you know, I just died. I just was like,
Man, this is some bullshit!
tried my best to keep myself busy or sleeping so that I don't have to think about it and suffer through it. But the worst part of this story, I think, is the fact that literally the day that I had my operation, the next morning I had to go to work. So basically, I only had one day off, which legally I should have at least 3 days, which I didn't, I couldn't.
Ridiculous bullshit.
So great, you know, I had to go to work, I had to clean the house, I had to do everything, and I barely had the time to rest and give myself some time. So yeah, these past 2 weeks was honestly a nightmare for me until yesterday that my stitch, I took it off. It was actually an absorbable, you know, absorb, you know what I want to say. Those kind of stitches that, you know, it gets absorbed, it absorbs. Yeah, whatever, it absorbs what in the mouth. But for some reason, mine just healed, and there was just a string that was like going in my mouth, like in the end. And yeah, I had to manually put my hand in the mouth and then remove it. It didn't hurt, but it was disgusting.
What bull?
It was very disgusting, but it passed. Finally, everything is normal. Finally, I'm normal. Finally, nothing is stitchy, nothing is painful, nothing is annoying, and I can finally come here.
God damn it!
I'm so happy because you don't know how much I wanted to be here, but I couldn't. So my bad, I guess. But I'm here anyway. I wanted to put this video out sooner, but since I was absent for 2 days, I had so many undone things that I had to do. I had so many things that I had to figure out and do because I couldn't do these past 2 weeks. So I was like, you know, it's okay, I can wait a bit. I waited 2 weeks, I can wait a bit more. I had an idea that I wanted to do in the beginning of my videos, but I just didn't have the time to figure it out. But I thought about it, and I probably plan to obviously finish The Witcher because we're already like in the half of the story, and there's nothing much left of the main story, obviously. So Witcher, I think by the new year it's already finished. We just have Elden Ring, which we haven't even begun the DLC. I know it's funny, but yeah, it was supposed to be a playtest of the DLC, but we're still not there. So I think Elden Ring needs a bit of more time. But it's okay, you know, like it's fun. I'm not bothered by it. What I planned to do in my own brain was I play an older series, you know, an older game. Witcher is an old game. A new game, a series of a new game that is, you know, like come out and everybody wants to play it and test it and everything. And a tiny bit of mini series in the middle of both, because when you're doing something for so long, it kind of gets a bit tiring, not boring, but it gets a bit tiring. And yeah, me between Witcher and Elden Ring, I'm starting to get a bit tired. So for making things a bit fun and at the same time giving the viewers a bit of variety over what they want to look, I decided to add a mini series of mini games, like indie games, mostly horror games, because in the recent 2 years on Steam, there are so many indie games that are coming and they're like €5 or something. So they're pretty cheap. They're like 1 hour, 2 hour game. And they're very fun to do. So I told myself that at the same time we will try to do mini games, talk about it, how it is, how I find it, and all that. Beside the fact that I also was preparing some reviewing of some games that I tried on my private time, but they take a lot of time to prepare, just the text and then talk about it and then make a video out of it, because it's mostly a voice over of what I already recorded, so it's a bit difficult, but I'm working on it. So yeah, that was the basic plan that I had in my mind when I started my YouTube. But then I told myself that it's a bit complicated because it's a lot of work. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's a lot of work. And yeah, at the same time, this year was a sucky year for gaming because except Elden Ring, I didn't even see a game that I like. I have to say it. I know there were a lot of games that like came out this year and they were like amazing, great games. But I am not any type of gamer. Like, I like fantasy games, I like Skyrim type of game. I like Oblivion type of girl. I'm like, yeah, Elden Ring, soul game kind of game. Just, fantasy games. Story games and fantasy games. So if it makes sense, it makes sense. I'm not really into puzzle games. I'm not really into strategy games, if you know what I mean. I mean, I like to do them when I'm bored in bed, but I don't like to do them like behind a video because I really don't have anything to say. You're just there waiting for it to happen. I'm already like, I have already difficulty trying to be talkative because in real life I'm not a talkative person, so it's a bit complicated for me. But I really like story. I really, really like story games. The only 2 games that recently came out that actually got me interested in was Dragon Age. Everybody likes Dragon Age. I think it makes sense. And the other one was the new series of Life is Strange with Max. So that are like the only 2 games that I currently have in my mind that I like. But I have like maybe 2 teras of game on my PC that I haven't touched, that I plan to do for YouTube, but it takes time. I cannot play all the games in one day, so unfortunately my PC for now doesn't have enough space to buy and download new games, so unfortunately they have to wait and I have to do with whatever I have on my PC. After I finished Elden Ring and Witcher, I really like to have a whole package of Dragon Age, like start from the beginning of the Dragon Age series and start playing it from the beginning kind of series. I really like to do that. I also like horror games, but I like mostly to watch them, not to play them, because watching them is something, but to playing them and make myself suffer is something else. And unfortunately most of the games that I plan to play on my YouTube channel is horror games, so wish me luck.
You know what sucks? Realizing that everything you believe in is complete and utter bullshit sucks.
I guess that's it. I don't have anything else to say. If you have any recommendations, or if you want me to try something, try a specific game and then make a review on it, don't hesitate to tell me. And by the way, guys, I have made a Discord channel specifically for you guys. So in case you wanted to contact me directly by message and telling me to do stuff, or asking me to do stuff, or giving me recommendations, or just talk to me about everything and nothing that you want, don't hesitate to join my Discord channel and message me there.
Not even bullshit. Bullshitting takes talent. You have none. You are just a blah, 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 blah bitch.
So yeah, that's it. Here you go. That's what happened in the past 2 weeks that I wasn't here. And since I got better, my videos continue to be uploaded on YouTube every 2 days. I try, okay? I'm not promising anything because it all depends on my work, on my job, and personal situation, if I get sick or not, because it's winter, it's cold, and I'm a pussy, and every time I go out I just get sick with one single blow of a wind. So, just to say,
It was all bullshit.
if everything went well, I will try to make videos like one after a day. Like, instead of 2 days, I make them one after another. Or I don't know how to say it. Not every day, but like one day I record, one day I edit, the next day I put a video, and then again I record a video, and then the next day I edit and upload it, like that, like a zigzag. So I try to do that. Don't worry about it. Uploads are going to be constant again, luckily, if everything goes well. Also, another thing, if you guys also wanted to play online with me, don't hesitate to tell me on the Discord channel so that we can make up some time and then play together. So I mean, that's the whole goal of the channel I made, to be in direct contact with you guys. So if you decided to visit me, it's a pleasure to have you here as always. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I see you in the next one. Bye.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me, I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.